Hey guys, thanks for watching RC Must See video. Checking out my Vatera Ascender K5 Blazer. First of all, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I'll apologize for how crappy the quality of this video is, whether it be the lighting or the view or anything else. I'm using my cell phone on a really simple mount, and I know it's nothing like what you see from some of the bigger ones, but I promise you things will get better as I build my collection and work on them more, learn more. Still a newbie at this, but definitely very passionate about it. So better things to come, I promise. Stay with me, please. This is actually the first RC I've bought in quite some time, and certainly the best one I've bought. Actually went into the hobby shop and just wanted a nice trail truck. This is what they had recommended. Wanted something that was going to hold up and had plenty of parts to fix when it broke, which they always seem to do, as I'm finding. But also lots of nice upgrade parts. So a little bit new to this whole thing, and you guys are, if you're following me or you watching my videos, you'll be able to follow my journey here with this truck. Last video you saw, I actually snapped my servo horn on there, just hitting a root, kind of just driving it pretty rough. So that ended my day, and I've been waiting about a week and a half to get my replacement aluminum Vatera part. That has been installed. You can see it there. But I figured while I had it off the trail, I would also get some replacement parts. And so I actually got the front and rear link mounts for the linkage, which you can kind of see. Again, sorry about the light, pretty bad, but just that's all I got. You can see it there, nice and stiff. And then also picked up the C-hubs, the front knuckles, and the rear hub carriers by Boom Racing, which you can see. Ooh, shiny. Yeah. So that looks much better and definitely stiffens it up, nice and smooth. Pretty easy to install, nothing that you can't handle if you have a little bit of mechanical aptitude. Also, here's the back link, as you can see right here. Really nice. And then the hub carrier in the back. Oh, that's tire. Nope, there we go. You know, how much of a difference it's going to make, I don't know, but sure looks cool. And just one piece at a time, you know, that's kind of what the hobby's all about. One other thing I also did was I also actually took the spacer out from here in the bumper, so I could bring the bumper a little bit closer so it wouldn't get hung up as easily. The body fits right over it, no problem. I would recommend, if you do that, actually using a little bit shorter screw. This is the actual spacer that would normally be there. I could do it in the back too. Haven't done it yet. You can see it still installed right there. Maybe in the future I'll do that if I need to. But I'm trying to get this thing as short as possible so that when I'm actually climbing with it and using it on the trail, there's less to hang up. I did notice using it that things started to hang up on this ledge right here, so maybe I thought if I could bring it in a little bit, that would eliminate a little bit of that. So far, very good truck. I like it. Did have a problem with it, and from the very first time I took it out, the grub screws ended up backing out of the front axle there, and that continued to be a problem until I found a little bit of Loctite, and that seems to have fixed it. I did also end up losing the rear wheel drive at about the third use. All 4 grub screws have been removed and Loctited, and I've yet to really take it out. The last time I took it out, when I broke the servo horn, they ended up not moving and being perfectly fine. So in that sense, a little disappointed in that. My local hobby shop was kind of mystified and said they hadn't heard of that happening, although I know it does happen to trucks. I didn't think it would happen the very first time taking out. So hopefully we have it fixed. I actually do have the MIP steel drive shafts on the way. Another little thing that I did was I noticed using this truck that as you're driving it, it's kind of bouncing around, and there's that annoying sound of the plastic body kind of reverberating on it, even when it was on the mounts with the pins. I felt like the body was kind of bouncing, and I really hate that sound. It just kind of sounds cheap, takes away from the feeling a little bit. So I actually got some little rubber pieces that were part of a bicycle for kind of mounting stuff on handlebar, trimmed it down, drilled it out, and kind of took away the gap between the base of the body mount and the pin. So now the body sits very flush and there's no excess movement up and down. So as I drive it, there's no more kind of clunky sound. It's just all motor and drivetrain. I think that these stock Super Swamper tires are actually pretty good. Nice and grippy. Once it broke in a little bit. Maybe in the future do a 2.2 upgrade for those, and like a nice beadlock aluminum rim. But one thing at a time here. I have lots of cars being built up in the collection here, so we got to spread the joy a little bit. But overall, I am very happy with the truck, and it seems to have plenty of wheel speed. I believe this is a 35 turn motor that comes in there. I of course ripped it apart and had to look at what was inside of there, and added a little bit of grease into the diffs and also into the transmission. But I'm pretty happy. I don't see myself having to upgrade it. I was thinking of possibly putting maybe a little bit lower turn motor on there, get a little bit more wheel speed, and maybe in the future doing the 2-speed transmission. So maybe it would make the truck a little bit more usable, as far as not just being such a trail truck, maybe just getting a little bit more speed out of it. But that might be in the future, so we'll see. Other than that, it's a great truck, and look forward to getting it back on the trail and having some more awesome videos for you guys. So just thought I'd update you. Thanks a lot. Take it easy.